Salma. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Cashew Coast. I don't have any slide. I have a nut and a few stories to tell you. So the why. Why did I start this? I used to be a mining finance banker. I'm originally born and bred in Mauritius. And I spent my career doing mining deals across Africa. And then in 2018, I got a little bit fed up of seeing all the raw materials going away to other parts of the world because of the lack of energy. We talked about it at length, Dimitrios. So, and cashews came to me. So these nuts, when I discovered this industry in 2018, 2019, Côte d'Ivoire was the largest grower of these nuts. But yet, they would be transported to Vietnam for processing, and they don't take much to process in terms of energy, by the way. They'd be processed there, and then the kernels would come back again to Europe for consumption. Didn't really make sense. I was like, but we have to create jobs where they belong. And these jobs belong to West Africa. And that's why I set out to do what I do today, and I will tell you more about it. And on the other hand, I saw the opportunity in Europe, because the vegan trends were not fads. People were going to move to plant-based protein, and I could see that cashew could be that staple of that vegan diet. So all this put together, I set out to basically develop Cashew Coast. So who are we? We are an integrated cashew processor on the face of it. We have integrated 12,000 farmers into an integrated, digitally enabled supply chain. We employ 700 people, namely women, majority women, permanent jobs in Côte d'Ivoire, and we export 200 containers of cashews to Italy, France, and Germany. And we have mapped 20,000 hectares of land in Côte d'Ivoire. So you must be thinking, don't applaud yet. No, because many of you must be thinking, but are they making money? Because that's what it's all about. It's about making money for this to work. And after having lost a fair bit of money, we broke even in 2022. And I'm very happy to say that we are profitable. We have an EBITDA margin of 12%. Last year, I raised money from a debt fund in the UK. We doubled capacity. And I'm raising more money this year and next year to double capacity again. So our turnover today is 23 million euros, and we're going to be to 50 million euros by 2027. So why did we succeed? I've often asked myself this because, I'm no genius. I'm not from the sector. I came in as a complete outsider and looked at it with different eyes. So why did we succeed? One of the reasons we succeeded is because of pesto. And that's why it's so exciting for me to be here in Palermo on this bridge between our two continents. Pesto. Why? Because traditionally, Europe consumed cashews as a snack. And I could foresee that we would be consuming cashews as an ingredient as the vegan trends picked up. But the Italians, they were eating pesto way before the vegans. And some Italian pesto makers decided to add cashews to their recipe. What is that? Do I have 2 minutes? Oh gosh, I have to cut my story short. So Italy became our first partners because as African processors, we started processing these cashews. But we broke them because we didn't know how to operate the machines properly. Whilst Vietnam was doing 15% broken, 1.5, we were doing 40% broken. And this damn thing, if you break it, you sell it at 50% its value. So that's why African processors couldn't get off. But the Italian pesto makers decided to buy our broken cashews, which came at a discount, but valued it. So what's one of the reasons? The second reason was obviously the Ivorian government policy. Ivory Coast really set out to develop its processing industry. Tax exemptions, incentives to drive foreign investment into the country to develop processing. The third one is COVID. Yes, COVID. COVID is, I know I'm standing between you and dinner, so I'll be as fast as I can. So COVID, interestingly, helped us. You all ate more cashews than crisps during COVID, but Vietnam's shipping route was completely disrupted. It took them 6 months to send cashews to Europe, and it took us from the Ivory Coast 3 weeks. So we were completely undisrupted during COVID. But we did do other things as well as a business to adapt to what the European Union wanted as a product. That was about certification. We are the most certified company in the cashew space today. We were the first to be BRC certified, which is a food safe standard. And we build traceability through technology. And lastly, we recruited locally. We grew competence from bottom up by recruiting engineers, agronomists, managers from Côte d'Ivoire. So the future for us is about building resilience, but growing resilience. It's about investing continuously in technology to be able to crop forecast, to be able to adapt production planning using artificial intelligence. But the second exciting thing I want to say, Mr. Moderator, I know I've got 30 seconds, is about the circular economy we're diversifying into. And we've signed a partnership with another Italian company recently to crush these shells. Because out of these shells, this is 80% of the product that is currently a waste, out of this shell is a biofuel. That biofuel can be processed into cardinal, and cardinal is a key component of sustainable aviation fuel. So for us, that's the future. We're installing a 100,000-ton shell crushing unit in Côte d'Ivoire at the moment, in addition to our kernel business. But for us, the future is about a happy farmer. And a happy farmer ensures a traceable product, because the farmer then doesn't side sell. How do you ensure that a smallholder is happy? Is that person gets money. But because this is a single commodity, it is impossible to keep increasing the price to satisfy the farmer. So we, as a company, have decided for the next 5 years, we'll be diversifying our supply chain. So on that same cashew plantation, what can grow that we can then buy from our farmer? But not buy as just buying and giving access to market, buy, process, add value. And these for us has been chili, ginger, and honey that we are associating to the cashew and seasoning it in Côte d'Ivoire for export to Europe. So that's us. Thank you.